Yo guys, in this video I'm going to talk about Lost Ark's leveling experience now that founders have been able to play it for a couple days. I just hit max level before starting to make this video, so I wanted to go over my overall thoughts specifically on the leveling aspect of the game. Getting right into it, let's talk about the character creation, which is pretty damn good. Compared to Asian MMOs, it's kind of watered down, but in terms of Western MMOs, the game's customization is pretty damn massive. I'll put up some creations by some of the Korean community, which shows the capabilities of the character creation in Lost Ark. If you can be the Joker, the game's customization is pretty huge, just saying. There's a lot of options and you can really sink probably half an hour to an hour into just making your character if you really want. And don't even get me started on alts. Now let's get into the meat of the video, and that's the leveling experience, which is quite good for an MMO. I'm not going to compare the leveling and story to something like The Witcher, as MMOs don't have the luxury of being able to focus their entire attention on the leveling and story experience like single player games, but given what we have for an MMO, it's pretty damn amazing. Without giving any spoilers away, the story heats up really quick and you'll be sucked into it by the second half of the leveling experience. However, I'll admit, the first half of the story up to around level 25 can be really slow and is the true prologue to me, rather than the actual prologue which gets you to level 10. After level 25, the game literally opens up with a better story, more systems, and just gets more complex in general. You'll know what I mean when you get there, but the story feels truly epic around level 25 to 30, and the ball just keeps rolling after that. The story is really cool and unique, and I'd give it a good 8 to 9 out of 10 given its MMO status. And when not only the story is unique, but a huge bump in my interest in the game is messing around with my skill points while I level. Skill points allow you to make your abilities stronger, as well as adding new talents that modify your abilities to be stronger in general. This aspect of the game while leveling allowed me to make new and interesting builds until I found something that I truly liked. You are not locked to your skill points, rather you can just change your skills whenever you feel like, which is a refresher from other games where you have to be locked to the skills you want until you go to town and things like that. I recommend not looking up a leveling build, instead just make a build that you like. The mobs tend to explode anyway, so you can really explore your options without feeling underpowered. And if you're not rushing, the game does offer a little bit of difficulty if you run any dungeon on the hard difficulty, where there are a few times that I almost died. And it's a fresh experience for me where I actually like the combat in general in an MMO to the point where I don't mind destroying random questing mobs. This probably has to do with creating builds, but there's never been an MMO where I enjoy killing random mobs while running from point A to point B during a quest. But this game's abilities, sound effects, and animations are just so impactful that it feels legitimately good to smash mobs into the ground. I recommend picking a class that you like and that looks cool to you so that you can really appreciate the combat in this game, because it is pretty damn awesome. I think the only true downside of the leveling experience as a new player is just how many damn currencies and systems are in this game. You get so many chests, items, and systems thrown at you, which really confuses the players unless you're familiar with the systems already. I recommend mostly not opening chests or using any items because they have a lot of value, and a new player might waste money by using items without knowing what they're doing. Save up those items until you can do more research, where personally I just put all my items that I didn't know what they do into my storage until I could figure out what they do later. All that being said, I'm excited for all the new players that will be able to enjoy the content with tomorrow's real release. If you're on the fence about playing the game, you really should try this game out. It's really unique and awesome, and it's free, so you might as well try it. Hopefully you guys enjoy the game as much as I did. But anyways, thanks for watching guys, and I hope to be making more aiming and maybe Lost Ark videos in the future.